What is up, YouTube viewers? It is me once again, Bob the Tiki Man, coming to you from beautiful Silver River in Ocala, Florida. Today we are going to be reviewing paddleboards themselves, which paddleboard might be best for you, whether you are completely new to paddleboarding, an avid surfer or kayaker that wants to get into them. We're going to go over different types of paddleboards for different environments. Stick with me, Bob the Tiki Man. It's another paddleboard vlog. So what I did, I kind of switched you guys from the third person to the first person just to get some lay of the land. It's a beautiful area over here. As we get into this vlog today, just kind of want to give you guys some more of the scenery and not more of my, my ugly face. Okay, so you want to get into paddleboarding, or maybe you're not sure about paddleboarding and want some more information. So today we are going to, like I said, go over the major kinds of paddleboards, where to use them, where the best environment is to use them at. And paddleboards can basically be summarized into three distinct groups. The first category is going to be surfing paddleboards. Basically, these paddleboards are the best if you want to catch some waves, if you are an avid surfer, going out to ride the waves on a paddleboard. This category is for you. The second category is going to be recreational. It's kind of an in-between. You can do some light surfing with it, definitely paddle around lakes and rivers like I am doing today, and also not bad on flat water like wide open lakes, long distances if you have the power. The third category is going to be touring or racing paddleboards. If you are usually on open lakes, wide, open waters like living on the Gulf Coast, or you just want some exercise, going to do a lot of touring throughout, a couple miles each day, these boards are definitely going to be for you. So the very first type, let's get into the meat, potatoes, dessert, and wine of the vlog here. The first category we are going to talk about is surfing paddleboards. Now, like I said, if you live on the coast, you are an avid surfer, you want to catch some waves, or maybe even, ride in the foam, then these paddleboards are definitely for you. These paddleboards can definitely get out beyond the break with pretty much ease. You basically ride them in just like a surfboard. They are perfect on maneuverability. That is their key strong point. So you can do a lot of maneuverability in the ocean on the wave itself. The key aspects to surfing paddleboards is that they are going to be shorter. They are going to be the shorter line in size of paddleboards. You are going to be looking anywhere from 9 feet. They say usually other websites and junk say 10 feet. I call BS because I know that you can surf really well on a paddleboard that's 10'6". So Bob the Tiki Man's ruling on this is from 9 foot to 10'6", you will be good for a surfing paddleboard. Surfing paddleboards usually have a round nose and a little bit wider too. They kind of have more of a wide stance, but being shorter, it's definitely going to get you more waves to ride anyway. And they are also going to be the cheapest paddleboards you're going to find on the market, which is a huge plus. Wow, look at this view, will you? Oh man, this is beautiful. There's a big fish. I hope that was a fish, because if it's Jaws, we are doomed. So the best thing about surfing paddleboards, in my eyes, is the fact that they are very, very light, easy to tow or carry. They can definitely do their job very well, and also the price. Like we said, you are going to save a lot of money if you just like to go surfing and catch those waves. The second category we are going to get to is recreational. This is kind of like what I am doing right now. Like we said, rivers, lakes, also some light surfing. And we're talking about just catching the foam. No big waves here. Recreational paddle boards are going to run anywhere from the 10'6" marker to about, I would say 12 foot is going to be your max. Don't go over, 12 feet. If you're just going to be doing, rivers, lakes, and, the possibility of wanting to catch a couple waves. Recreational paddle boards are the most bought paddle boards on the market. Really, the prices are just going to vary. Like I said, from 10'6" to 12, kind of depends on the length that you're going to be looking at the price, but definitely worth it. But recreational paddle boards, no matter what kind you get, are pretty good all-around paddle board. They can do pretty much anything you want at any given time. Kind of the other two are specialized paddle boards. These, these rock. This is the kind that I have, and I love it. Absolutely one of the best choices I have ever made. Now, however, recreational paddle boards cannot catch those waves as easy as the surfing paddle boards. So if you think, you're going to have a lot more fun in the waves, you live by the coast, definitely, surfing paddle boards are up there with competition. But like I said, you can catch just the foam usually with recreational paddle boards. Shouldn't be a problem at all. So I kind of switched you just so you can get more of an aspect of the beautiful water here. Also a lot of the good scenery. I'm going to be paddling a little bit more. It's going to get a little more bumpy in the front because we are actually going upriver. It doesn't look like we're going anywhere. I know, especially from there, like it looks like we're actually kind of going backwards, but I'm trying. Now I have an 11'6". It is a Nautic from California Board Company. We'll talk about the material later because I do have an inflatable stand-up paddleboard, but 11'6", weight and size do play a role in all paddle boards. Just kind of a quick tip. Basically it goes, the heavier you are, the longer and wider of a paddleboard you're going to need. That's usually the rule, but paddle boards themselves already usually carry a great weight, so you're not going to really have to worry about shopping. Now, as skinny and as short as I am, people will tell me that 11'6" is complete overkill. That may be true, but I picked this board out for a reason. It's because of the, get you up here just a little bit more, there you go. It's because of the weight and the payload that this can carry. I like, putting coolers on my paddle boards. I like putting accessories that I don't actually need. And this board can definitely haul whatever I put on it, including me. So I have a recreational paddle board. I wouldn't mind having either, though, of a surfing paddleboard or a racing or touring paddleboard, and that is what we are going to actually get into right now. So, like I said, our third category is, I don't know what the crap that was, and I don't want to know. I am getting the crap out of here. So like I said, we are going to be going on to our third category, which is racing and touring paddleboards. These tend to be from the 12-foot to 14-foot range. I can't imagine having a 14-foot paddleboard, but I guess they make them. I guess that is a thing, so that is cool. The best thing about racing and the touring is definitely traction. You can track so well on a racing or touring paddleboard, it's ridiculous. If you want to go miles with little effort and you want to basically like it says, tour, then yeah, definitely touring or racing is definitely for you. These also tend to be a little more expensive, but you're definitely paying what is worth the price. These paddleboards usually have a different stance to them as well. They're usually more narrow in the front than they are round, like recreational or surfing. So yes, with the racing and touring paddle boards, you're going to get that nose that is completely narrow, which allows tracking to be possible and will allow you, like I said, to track great distances with very little effort. Awesome boards, really they are. The downsides to sporting paddle boards, the racing and touring, is of course that they cannot really carry a payload, and because they are so narrow, you lose so much stability. The traction is great, you can go long distances, but the traction, if you were to try and, turn as fast as you can on this, you would definitely fall off. So let's go ahead and take a quick review. So the first paddleboard we covered was surfing paddle boards. Like I said, great for the waves, great for maneuverability. If you are by a coastline, you want to catch some waves or all of the waves, this board is definitely for you. If your budget is limited, then these guys are definitely a money saver, which is great. These guys are agile, quick, and also too, a quick tip, if you're gonna get a surfing paddleboard, make sure it has 3 fins. Just trust me on this. Second paddleboard we covered is kind of like the one that I am on, the recreational paddleboards. Rivers, lakes, pretty good. Its home territory is mostly like on the rivers, just like here. There are a lot of bugs out today. Definitely rivers are the home base for recreational paddleboards. Lakes you can still do, but I strongly suggest you do not try to get into the middle of the lake with a recreational paddleboard, unless if you are built like Arnold Schwarzenegger, then hey, go for it. So the kind of the downsides of recreational paddleboards, and yes, there are downsides to every board, is the fact, like I said, it's not a racing or touring paddleboard. So you're definitely going to have to put in more effort, especially on the lakes, wider open areas. And it can catch only light waves, so just the foam you can stay in. And yeah, I mean, great all around, but still, the negatives is that they don't have a specialty themselves. Third and last category of paddle boards, we kind of did a little review on the racing and touring paddle boards. Best thing for traction. Like I said, if you want to go the distance, minimal effort, touring racing is for you. If you want to put on a cooler or any kind of weight, forget about it. It's not going to happen. And plus, if you are going to be maneuvering around, you are probably going to fall off. So flat water, wide open spaces. Rivers, it does well, but you can't bring your cooler or anything. And on the waves, surfing, I highly do not recommend that at all. You have been warned. So all in all, paddle boards themselves, all 3, great for different, like I said, different things that you want to do, whether it is a lake, getting the exercise, racing and touring is your thing. If you're all around, like Central Florida, like I am, you've got lots of great rivers, lakes, Gulf Coast, Everglades, East Coast, whatever. Recreational is probably for you. And if you are a beach goer, a beach bum, or a surfer dude, definitely get yourself a surfing paddleboard, because you can definitely ride much better waves. So this has been a nice day, nice vlog, beautiful weather. Especially in the shade here. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap. Just gonna go to sleep. I'll wake up sometime tomorrow morning, be on the river probably again. But as always, as I say, may your nights always be red. May the fortune always favor the bold. This is Bob the Tiki Man. I'm out.